Hey, 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 I'm Cherie Griffith-Dunn,
And I'm Niokioh Wright Smith.
and this is the Six Figure Chick Weekly podcast to help you win at work, in your business, at home, and succeed at life. And this episode is all about the year of the Black woman, how to catch up and get in the game. Niokioh, girl, how are you today?
Girl, I'm doing amazing. How are you doing?
I'm super excited. I can't wait for everyone to hear the content that we have for today in this amazing podcast. When I
Right?
was doing my research, I couldn't believe what I saw. Did you know that over 2 million women left the workforce in 2020 to stay home to take care of either an elderly parent or homeschool a kid?
Wow.
I'm
Well,
saying these are choices I possibly would not have made. I have 6 kids at home and I'm homeschooling, and I have quit and a dozen times as principal and literally closed the doors and said no more school. I don't think that I would purposefully want to stay home to take for kids. What do you think is going on with these women?
girl, well, I really didn't know the stats on it that it was that many. Wow. But why am I not surprised? Because guess what? I am also a mom, homeschooling two boys. I can just imagine you, Cherie, six. Oh my gosh. I can just imagine. But Cherie, um, even though I didn't know the stats, right? A lot on all these women who are going to need our support. Can you tell me how are we going to get back in the game? How are we going to really get back in the game?
Nayoka, that's the $1 million question this year is what type of support is really going to help these women get back in the game, especially our Black women, right? Finally, we have an edge in the market where we can feel as ourselves, thanks to Camilla Harris, our VP in the White House, breaking all kinds of barriers for us. But we can't get ahead of ourselves. Let's take a step back and look at 2020. This was a
Mhm.
tumultuous years. It was filled
Oh,
with lots of death. We had unarmed Black men killed and women killed left and right. The
mm,
Black Lives Matter protest was out there and active. The pandemic that hit us so hard, the disease was so transmittable that it affected everyone everywhere in our lives, and we had record numbers of deaths. I personally lost close friends and family members to this disease, and we had a ton of people who tested positive, and as you know, I'm one of them who tested positive, and I never left the house, right? One of my kids brought this home and it took us down. So this
mm.
disease is no joke. I'm not for or against the vaccine, but if it's going to prevent us from going through this, then I say we got to go for it. What do you say about the vaccine?
Yeah, I'm thinking the same, but I'm still waiting, because I just feel like, it's my own opinion, that it's just too short of a time with all the testing and stuff like that. I just think that we need to really, see the what's the word I'm looking for, Cherie? I
To
need
see the
to
results. There's not
on it.
enough results because
There's
we've
not.
been testing on humans, right?
And I just don't feel comfortable, because people are taking the vaccine um, and still getting COVID, So, what is the purpose of it? Is it really to prevent COVID? What is really the purpose? Because that was my understanding that it is to prevent you from catching COVID. So,
You
my
know,
mom caught it, and so I totally can speak of it because it was close to home. She did home remedy herself. She didn't go to the hospital. I'm just grateful that she's still among us.
thank
But
God.
yeah, this disease is just horrible.
Right? And it has no name. That's the worst part, right? It's attacking everyone, but it really is especially attacking those in the Black and Latina community. And so,
Mhm.
guys, hey, I have a remedy. I have a solution for you. Put your
What is
mask
it?
on and stop partying in houses. You don't need to party together. Stay home. Get on Zoom. Do something. Stop spreading this disease around and stop thinking that it's fake.
Because
Wow.
remember now, even if you are okay, you may be carrying it and you're bringing it home to your loved ones. So think about your loved ones. Think about others other than yourself, that they may be exposed to you who are carrying it. Nothing is wrong with you, but it can affect them. So please mask up, mask up, mask up.
Please. And if you would like, you could get one of our beautiful masks that say high performing woman academy with a t-shirt to
Yes,
match. So check with us later. We'll show you how to get one of those cute things. So, um, let's continue looking at last year. We're doing a breakdown of what happened in 2020 because 2020 was the year I had my biggest breakthrough, right? But we dealt with the death of Kobe Bryant. I mean, I don't even know why that's so prevalent on my mind, but the way that it happened and the
mhm,
effect that it had on so many people near and far,
girl.
it just broke my heart. Really,
Yeah.
him and his daughter, rest
Oh,
their souls.
yeah,
That was tragic. You
totally.
know, and then look at the president. We had a president call white people to take back America. Well, ain't
Oh,
that about something?
I'm saying,
Telling
I'm
these people to take back America from who? We created it. The sweat, the blood, the tears. Our ancestors created this. What are you taking
hello,
it back from? What?
hello.
Right? So, we had a twisted year to say the least.
To say the
We're going to
least.
dig more into that later. We went from seeing people in person to being on Zoom, being afraid to see people. I mean, I
Mhm.
remember you guys, come on now, entrepreneurs, the grocery store was a gold mine for me making money. Okay.
Yeah.
And now, one, I don't even want to come near you. I don't even want to look at you. And then, besides, half the time the mask is up to my eyes. What is that about?
Right.
I'm like, I can't even see. I'm about to hit someone. You got to follow these arrows, right? And you go down the wrong way and you feel
Oh
so
my
bad.
God. Yes.
You feel like you're going to really crash into someone or something major is going to happen because you went down the aisle the wrong way.
Right.
I'm looking both ways like I'm going to be in trouble. I'm like, my
Listen,
God, this has
we're
got to
all
stop people.
it's no
Like
longer
Niokioh said, put your mask on. Cut it.
put your mask on.
No, but seriously, one of the other things that domestic violence is very dear to me. As an ambassador for domestic violence for the state of Connecticut, it's very prevalent to my heart because I watched that in my home growing up, and so I know how treacherous this can be for people when you feel helpless and hopeless and you don't have what you need to help support you. So for me, I always like to give back to the domestic violence shelters in my area because I see the amazing work that they're doing and how triumphantly these women are walking out with their heads held high, having apartments and getting back on their feet. It's just absolutely powerful. But to know that that it is at an all-time high, and it's not just between women and men.
Hmm.
It's also with siblings.
Yep.
I know, like I said, I have 6 boys in the house, and I'm talking boys live through their ego. Okay.
Hmm.
Don't give me no hate mail because it's the truth, y'all. For real. So dealing with their emotions is a lot, right? Because the first thing you want to do is lash out at your loved one instead of that stranger or that friend that you have that really ticked you off and deserves you to go after them. So being referee, between the Dunn tribe, is it's like a second job most of the time. So I get it. What's going on? They have no outlet,
Right.
right? I mean, what do your kids do for fun?
Seriously, play games, video games all day long, and I am about to lose it.
Right? And boys need to exercise. They need to be physical, get out there running around. They can't do anything. What is there to do? So we have a situation on our hand, people. I know you hear me. Uh,
Sure do.
so, and then on top of that, we're in the house. And I
Oh,
literally do my squats every day because I said, God help me, my butt is not going to get flat from sitting in this chair all day. Like for real. Like I am obsessed with doing some squats. Like sister girl gonna keep her, right?
I know. I know. You
My
know,
goodness. But it's like
passing
you're putting on
the
weight.
pantry every day. You passing the pantry. You just got to stop. Okay. You passing the refrigerator. You just got to stop. What else
Tell
is
me,
there to
girl,
do?
what's your favorite snack?
Oh, the Tostitos with the cheese dips. Oh my gosh. I'm addicted. And those Cheetos. I'm addicted. Oh my
Oh,
goodness. What's yours?
oh my gosh. Gluten-free brownies. Love them, love
Mm,
them, love them. About the only thing I can eat,
mm.
people. And they're so good. And I
So
make them so good. They don't taste like cardboard, okay? They're so good my kids eat them. They don't even know the difference. Oh my gosh. But we're joking, but for real, all of this snacking and eating is putting some weight on us. And we got to get rid of this weight because with weight, there's a record number of people with anxiety and depression. Oh man. You know, it,
yep.
it's I can't, there's not one day that goes by where I'm not counseling someone who's in tears.
So true. So true. I've had friends call me up asking me please to pray for them because they're suffering from anxiety and depression. I mean, it's really, really hard. I mean, how do we come back from this, Cherie? Really? How do we come back from
You
this?
know, that's a good question. It really is a good question. And I really we can look at it at, a couple of different ways in terms of, economical status, social injustice and unrest. We can look at it in our communities, but at the end of the day, this is affecting us all.
Hmm.
It really is. And I think, we got to smile a little more. It was interesting. One of the young girls that I teach in the Entrepreneur 101 said that she wanted to create an app that just gave you little motivational quotes every
Hmm.
so when you weren't moving. So the app that gives you the breathe, it says breathe, and she
Yeah.
wanted hers to spit out motivational quotes for you. I'm like, that's what we need. But
Yes.
we forget we're not just feeling it; these kids are feeling it too,
True.
right? And it's hard for us as adults to be strong for our children. Ugh, it's tough these days, to be a mom. You know, um, but one of the things that I experienced this year, Nayoka, and I don't know about you, 2020 was an awakening for me. I would say that's the word I would use. It was an awakening. Um, it started off scary, uncertain, and it came down to the point where I found myself holding my breath occasionally.
Wow.
And I remember when you sent me that song, I just want to breathe. I just want to
Mm.
live, right? I just want to
Mhm.
live.
Mhm.
And it was all about living and breathing. And it was the first time that I actually could not only just take a deep breath, but tears came down with that
Yes.
because it was serious.
Mhm.
To think that it didn't come down to wanting to eat, wanting to be in the same world, and wanting to be free, or even wanting to be looked at as equal. It was, could I just breathe?
Please breathe.
We need
Mhm.
breath. And when I think about that, it still gives me chills to think that a group of people feel that it's okay for them to take breath away from someone else.
Mm, mm, mm.
That's hard. And so for me, I just said, no more. no more. I can't do this anymore. And I looked at my life as a Black woman with 6 Black males in America and said, I have to stand up for my children and I
Mhm.
have to stand strong for other women. But before I could do that, I had to deal with my own baggage, right? How many
Yeah.
of us have sat around thinking we're okay because we have food to eat, we have a
Mhm.
place to live, our bills are paid, we're okay. But inside, we're dying.
Yep.
We're not okay. And that was me. I looked okay on the outside, but I wasn't okay on the inside,
Right.
you know, plagued with why can't I have more? What's becoming of my life? Why am I living at the hand of somebody else telling me I can only have a piece of that pie when I knew and know I deserve the full pie?
Right. And living in fear, living in fear for yourself, for your loved one, for your loved ones, for your kids, for your husbands, hoping that they will drive and drive safely, properly. But even that, driving safely and properly, you're still being pulled over for some reason or the other, and hoping that, oh my gosh, they don't get pulled over and be asked a certain question only to lead to somebody dying. you know it's the thought behind it, the fear that, like, oh my gosh, constantly, okay, what do you say, preparing your kids to say yes sir, no sir, or how to react, how to respond. It's like, it was for real. It was just so, I mean, 2020 was just a year of just a lot, that's causing you to just reflect on life, how life is. I mean, as you said, the song said, I just want to live. When that young man sang that song, I literally shed tears. I cried because, I'm like, for real, just let us live. We're humans. Blood flows through our veins. We're human beings, and all we want to do is to live and love people and live with our loved ones and, live our lives. That's all. We just want to live. We just want to live and love.
Absolutely.
That's it.
As you say that, it reminds me of the fact that every child has a card in the car above the our visor. And this was something, it was a program that my pastor at First Calvary Church, Derek Holloway, he made sure that we all had these cards to give to our children. And it's telling them step 1 through 10 what to do when you get pulled over. And you
Yeah.
put that card in that visor because typically that's where you're going to go to get your license. Because we tell our kids not to put their license in the glove box. They can't put their insurance or the registration. It always has to be with a little clip above the visor. I mean, think about it, people. How would you feel if your children had to live that way?
Yeah.
And so on it, it says, keep your hands at 10 and 2. Look straight. Don't look them in the eyeball. What are you talking about?
That's
Take your
hurtful.
hoodie off if you have your hood on. Don't talk back. Don't breathe fast. I mean, at the end of the day, the things that we have to go through and put our children through,
Mm.
just so that they can come home,
Right? Don't reach for your
is
camera.
right. It is something that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy.
Never.
And it's something that we deal with, people of color deal with every single day of our lives. And it's like, when is enough going to be enough? When is this going to stop?
Seriously,
You
when?
know, when am I going to be able to breathe when my children leave the house praying that they come home?
Oh,
Right? I shouldn't have to do that every single day. I shouldn't feel that way every
mhm,
day. But our society has created uh, this world to make us feel this way.
mhm.
But no more. No
No,
more. We're not doing it anymore.
no
And,
more. No more. I refuse to walk in fear. I refuse. I'm like, no, no. I have a right. My children have a right. We have a right to
absolutely.
live. You know, we have a right. We are human beings. We see each other as human beings. What is this? So no more, no more,
Look,
no more.
I want that moment when my children can get out the car and start cussing the cop out, and he just starts having a talk with them and doesn't say, "I'm gonna arrest you if you keep talking to me that way, little boy." Right? I want to see that moment. Right? I'm like, that when I see that moment, I know that the day has changed. I know that we are all accepted as equal when that moment happens. When you
Right.
see all these videos of these kids jumping out of the car, cussing the cop out, swearing at him, doing all kind of things, and the cop just says, "All right, buddy, calm down, slow it down." You know what? A black man, you got him handcuffed face down with your knee in his neck. Come on now. We
Hmm.
gotta. This is the year to make things happen, you guys. It's the year of the woman. It's the year of the black woman. It is finally the time when you can make your dash mean something. Leave a legacy for your family. Do something that's going to ensure that you are living your best life. Remember, you can have this too. Anybody can have it. You know, I love this quote that Oprah says. She said, if you don't know what your passion is, realize that the one reason for your existence on earth is to find it. So I often wonder if every woman found their purpose and their passion, would they live their full potential?
Hmm.
What would their dash say then? What would their dash say then?
Carol, I'm sure there's so many people out there listening right now who are struggling with finding their purpose. Listen, I know how gratifying I feel knowing my purpose, which is to give people hope, to love on people, to let them know that life goes on. Because with all the happenings that happened in 2020, a lot of hope, a lot of people, they're feeling very hopeless, they're feeling very helpless, they're feeling like, oh my gosh, is there any reason to go on living? People who have lost their loved ones, they're going through depression, all these things that are happening, so my purpose here is really to give you hope, to let you know that life still goes on. Your loved one who has gone on before you would love and want to see you go on, living for them, speaking for them in their behalf, So, yes, that's what we're here for. We're here to give you hope, to give you, that life back into you, to breathe life back into you, right? Cherie, tell me, Cherie, can you share with us some ways how they can really find their purpose? My purpose is just to show hope, give them love. What can you share with us?
Nayoka, I get approached all the time with this very question, with people wanting help to find their purpose. It's even more important that women find their purpose today because we need to get them in the game. Ladies, you got to get in the game. It's the year of the woman. So here's a little actionable nugget for you today. The first thing I'd like for you to do is grab a piece of paper, a pen, or a pencil. I want you to take the paper and fold it in half, 8.5 by 11, or you could do 5 by 3, whatever size you have. And on one column, you're going to write what I'm good at the top on the left side. On the right side, you're going to put what others say I'm good at. Now, once you've done that, I want you to take a look and see the things that begin to overlap. See, I think we think that for some reason our purpose needs to be this big, humongous thing that we're going to all of a sudden make $1 million right now. Right? But our purpose is that innate talent that you've always had, that you've always done for others. It could be that you give them hope. It could be that you're counseling. It could be you're the person we call Benita, who everyone goes to sit on her stoop and talk about their problems, and she counsels you through. That's her purpose. She's there for a reason, to help you. You need to find your purpose. So when you're writing these lists, think hard and think deep about what you're really good at. Are you the best fried chicken maker around? I'll straight up tell you, I can't make collard greens. My sister said I am not a black girl because I can't make collard greens. But that's not my purpose. My purpose is not to make collard greens, but my purpose is to help that person who wants to make collard greens and sell them. I can help you put a plan together so you can go sell those collard greens and make some money. That's what my purpose is, right? So everyone needs to just take a look what you say you're really good at. Take a look at what other people say you're good at, because a lot of times I realize that we haven't been recognized or loved on or even appreciated to the point where we can't see what other people say we're good at. We can't feel it. We can't accept it. So this way to help you do that. So it might be difficult, but I really need you to do that. So then I would like for you to realize that it is so easy for you to get back in the game. We are here to help you. We're going to be here every single week to help you get back in the game. And we're also going to be having people on our show live interviewing. So if you're interested in being on our show, please contact me and at connect at CherieGriffith-Dunn.com. And we can't wait to get you on our show so that we can hear your story and how you found your purpose. Also, just to let you know, if you are looking to become part of one of the baddest clubs around, High Performing Women Academy is now accepting applications. The place where you belong. Go to hpwacademy.com for some support and advice.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh, Cherie, that was so juicy. Some juicy stuff right here. That's what I needed. That step-by-step approach to help me gain the confidence to go out there and live my dream. This is what we offer here at HPW Academy. HPW Academy, we offer all of this. We take your hands, we hold you step by step. We bring you through the process. This is the approach that we take because we're confident that we can help you to succeed and get you making six-figure, baby, six-figure. That's where we want to get you. So go on over to hpwacademy.com. Check us out. We're here to give you all the love, all the support that you need.
Yes, yes, yes. We want you to become part of our six-figure club. We want you to earn six figures or beyond by December 31st. So you want to become one of the baddest six-figure chicks around. Now, before we go, let me tell you who I am. I'm Cherie Griffith-Dunn, your six-figure chick with 6 Black males in America. I'm also your business growth coach, #1 best-selling author.
Yay!
Also, motivational speaker trained by Lisa Nichols right here and right now. Niokioh, tell the people who you are.
Well, I am the one and only Niokioh Wright Smith, president of NAWS Coaching and Consulting LLC, and I am a business wealth expert. I'm here to help you by empowering you with the knowledge, the skills, the guidance, the recommendations that you need to help build wealth. So come on over. We're ready for you.
Until next week, y'all, be bold and rise up. Bye for now.